So we have Rudy Giuliani doing a podcast while his head burns, Fox speculating wildly about a terrorist attack that never happened. You have Newsmax saying that the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade was trans propaganda, and you have panelists on Fox saying that liberals are trying to steal your joy. Also, Donald Trump getting booed at a football game mercilessly. That and more on the Alien Super Show. Let's watch the aliens observe what's going on here on planet Earth. Play the clip.
Look at that thing, dude. My gosh.
I think we were all pretty well convinced.
Is this a press conference at faux treason, total headscaping?
Let me make sure that's what's important here, is making sure my pocket square is adjusted.
The worst
not the fact that my head is actually on fire.
Liar, liar, head on fire.
This is what it will look like when he goes to hell. He's just going to be talking about the deep state and being persecuted while he's on fire.
So let's say I get a notification that there's a big fire in a certain part of New York City.
Perhaps on my head.
And,
oh my God. It's too perfect.
It's attached to other buildings to which it could spread.
It's spreading to my body.
I begin
Sponsored by
with the worst case
Pepsi.
scenario.
Is this an ad for fireonmyhead.com? Does this happen to you? You're doing a podcast for all your brain dead fans, and all of a sudden, your head bursts into flames. Wouldn't you like to receive an alert so you know that your brain is slowly being melted?
I love that this is all in response to the Niagara Falls car.
No.
Wow.
At this point, we don't even need to listen to what he's saying because we know it's total bullshit.
The terror attack that wasn't. Oh, they wanted terrorism so bad.
It would have been such a great narrative for them.
They wanted it so bad. They wanted Biden Thanksgiving border.
This Thanksgiving, we're thankful for a terrorist attack on the northern border.
We have no idea of what the motive was, of whether this was an attack against a border facility.
We have no idea.
We have no information.
But let's wildly speculate.
That hasn't stopped us before. Let's get into it.
We don't know how long the people who perpetrated this attack have been in this country.
Oh my gosh.
Did they recently come across? Did they come?
We don't know if they're Sunni or Shia.
Were they some of the nearly 1 million gotaways?
Gotaways.
Gotaways is a term that Fox News has created.
It's also the name of my Joan Jett tribute band.
You just don't know who's coming in.
Like, is this a terrorist attack? That's a great question. Let's start with that.
Responsible journalism. John Roberts, the straight news reporter at Fox News.
What would music newsman J.D. Roberts say if he saw you now?
We have Iron Maiden. This is Aces High on an all-request power hour from Mantra Music.
That is actually nuts that they jumped so hard into that.
Immediately.
It was perfect.
Just like the car flying across the border, we're going to fly to conclusions.
Yeah.
Then explode in a fiery mess.
Watch us burst into conclusions. I do want to say that when I saw that the attack happened on Rainbow Bridge, I was like, I hope that Toad and Yoshi are okay.
I know. That's a pretty hard level to cross, you know? Totally understandable that there was an accident.
I'm always falling off Rainbow Bridge. There's no guardrails.
The Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade shrouded in controversy.
Shrouded.
Apparently thousands of people signed a petition against what they call, quote, the non-binary and transgender extravaganza.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
A Cinepalooza.
And to prove our point, here's our cis, white, heteronormative corporate mascot complete with 90s thin tweezed eyebrows and bold red lipstick.
Dr. Jameson Taylor is a senior fellow of the American Family Association.
Oh my God.
Welcome in. We're so happy to have you here.
I'm just backing up a little bit.
There are two musicals. One's called Anne Juliet. And if you don't know the storyline, the way it works is Juliet finds out that her one true love, Romeo, she finds out, in fact, that he's basically a sex addict.
I feel like I've gotten stuck talking to this guy at a party.
If you don't know the storyline, the way it works is
Really?
Juliet finds out
That's
that
crazy.
her one true love, he's had sex with men, women, really doesn't matter.
You're right. It really doesn't matter.
Keep our sacred musicals not gay.
The second show that's being featured is basically LGBTQ Midwest style.
West style. We got non-binary hot dishes dressing as casseroles.
It's a show called Shocked. It features a cross-dressing biological male dancing for kids.
He's actually selling me on this.
For me, for my family, Thanksgiving is about being thankful.
For me and my family, Thanksgiving is about repressing any sort of emotion whatsoever.
And I'm not thankful to see a fat dude dressed like a woman dancing around for my kids.
We need traditional representations like this dancing purple amorphous blob.
We couldn't help but notice Kamala's tweet. Is that a gas stove? Don't you remember when the Biden administration suggested banning?
Okay, one guy in an agency.
That said, like, it actually would be more efficient if people used electric stoves instead of gas stoves.
There's concern for children's asthma.
Yep.
Are you not the party of protecting our children, our babies?
Why do they want to ban gas stoves?
I think because they hate us. They hate humans. They hate joy.
There's a squad of stove removers in my apartment right now, yanking out my appliances.
They got a gun pointed at you while they're removing it.
While they made me stare at a 9x9 picture of Pete Buttigieg the whole time.
They hate pies.
You don't cook a pie on a stove.
They want all of America to be as miserable and unhappy and unloved as they are.
Charlie Butthurt.
I'm a 50-something third-tier Fox News contributor. I'm very happy with the choices I've made.
I'm brimming with excitement and joy. That's why I'm in a studio on Thanksgiving Day complaining about the vice president's tweet with a stove in the background.
Charlie, emotional pain.
Charlie, hug me.
Charlie, I need therapy. I'm hurting. Please help.
Please, someone, get this man an intake session.
Hiya, thanks for tuning in. If you like the show, help us keep this spaceship going. Subscribe to our YouTube channel or drop a comment. We read them all. If you really like the show, subscribe to our Patreon where we share bonus content that didn't make it on this episode. Okay, gotta go. Thank you. Bye.